Suits LA was marketed as a spin-off of Suits and set up with a similar tone, but episode 7 proves that it's actually more of a comedy. After the trial of Lester Thompson, things are getting back to normal for Ted Black and his team, while Stuart Lane is settling into his new firm. Amid all the chaos of the former episodes, and more flashbacks alluding to Ted's history in New York, it highlights that this is no ordinary legal drama, it's a dramedy. Ted Black won his case on behalf of Lester Thompson, and with the pressure of that first trial out of the way, he is ready to focus on keeping his firm strong after the sudden departure of Stuart Lane. Fortunately, he has found some good people to help fill the gaps. However, just as things appear to be calm and peaceful, Ted gets some news that forces him to cross paths with his old colleagues again. This time, his anger has shifted elsewhere. Suits LA is not the spin-off I expected, but it has its own strengths. Up to this point, it's been jarring to watch several characters who appear to be inconsistent in their nature, like Stuart, who tends to have intense tantrums and burn bridges, but he also likes to get together with colleagues and play D&D to unwind. Then there's Leah Power, who clearly has a bright spark when it comes to being an entertainment lawyer, but she also appears to be an odd fit within the corporate world, preferring the creative side of the industry. These details expanded the characters' stories, but there is no denying that, a lot of the time, it felt goofy or misplaced. To that end, Suits LA is leaning into comedy in a big way. It wants to distinguish itself from its parent show, and while the drama and high stakes of that series defined it and have influenced what people expect here, Suits LA is fully committed to this new direction. Unfortunately, comedy can be harder to get right than drama, and some of the jokes feel unpolished. But with this reframing and understanding that the show is rooted in a more comical place, most of the characters begin to make more sense. However, Ted Black is still a black sheep who feels like an odd choice to focus the story around. He experiences frequent mood swings, but delivers special insights that he somehow spots between grunting and treating others poorly. Sadly, he is not fun, comedic, or all that interesting of a main character, but the supporting cast continues to make the show what it is. Suits LA is weird, but there is a certain charm to the show. Stuart Lane by his desk in Suits LA Episode 5. Legal dramas, and now legal comedies, are notoriously difficult to get right. The legal system can be mundane, boring, admin-heavy, and lack excitement. When Suits managed to deliver a legal drama that made all of that sexy, sleek, and adventurous, it was a genuine miracle. So trying to set up a second show was always going to be a challenge. But where Suits leaned into high stakes, romance, and the threat of losing everything, Suits LA is still finding itself that it's possible that this won't bode well in future seasons, and the popularity of Suits has already put Suits LA in the tough spot of living up to a show that had 9 seasons and millions of adoring fans. But when seen for what it is, an offbeat legal dramedy that blends goofy humor and intense legal cases, there is something there. But if the show doesn't really fine-tune its approach soon, it may not survive to attend another trial. Additionally, the flashbacks alluding to a mystery in Ted's former life are becoming more of a distraction that breaks up the pace and excitement of the episodes than they are an interesting plot to follow. I've lost interest in Ted Black's story, and now I want to learn more about the others who are actually driving the narratives forward and showing some degree of character development as seen in Suits LA Episode 7.